Want to learn data science in 2022? Well, this is what you need to learn. Learning data science may seem overwhelming. After all, there are so many different subjects that you need to cover. And it can seem at the beginning like there's never enough time or that it's going to take too long to actually learn. But don't fret. You can actually take a little bit of a shortcut, make sure that you understand exactly what are the subjects that you need to learn and start learning them one by one. So let's go for these are my top 10 picks of the things that you need to learn to become a data scientist in 2022. First, programming. You must know how to program. This is a very important skill. Most of the work for data science and machine learning is done with programming. Now, there are several languages that are used, but the number one language today is Python. So my suggestion is learn Python first. Of course, you might choose R, especially if you are in an academic environment, because R is a very good language for statistical programming and it's very fast for statistical computations. Nonetheless, most companies today are using Python. So if you do not know how to use Python, that might hinder your opportunities in the future. Now, when learning how to program, don't just go with the learn programming for data science. No. Learn how to program as a whole, how to build your own application, your own software. Pay a lot of attention to object-oriented programming, which is very important both for Python and for data science. Pay attention to classes. Learn how to build classes and how they work, especially inheritance. And if you get to learn how to use decorators in a good way, you're going to be a much better programmer than most out there. So, number one is a must. You have to learn how to program. Number two, you have to learn mathematics, specifically statistics and probability. These are both a must for any data scientist. After all, what is data science if not applied statistics and probability? Literally, that is what data science is all about. That is how we build models. Now, the better you are at both statistics and probability, the better data scientist you're going to be. There is other mathematics, as we'll see further down in this video, that are also good and recommended, but statistics and probability are 100% necessary. So learn them and get good at them. Number three, basic data visualization. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. In truth, it's more like 20,000 words. So you need to learn how to take the data that you're investigating and show it in a way that it's visually appealing and that is going to help other people, especially people who don't know anything about data science, understand what you're telling them. For this, you're going to learn to use programming libraries, especially in Python, like Matplotlib and Seaborn. But there's also other tools that are more industry friendly and that a lot of other people know how to use, like Tableau and Power BI. Great tools if you want to learn them. And of course, even when you're in a pinch, if you need to build a visualization quickly and have no other tools available, spreadsheets like Excel or Google Sheets also work in a pinch. The important thing here is that you learn how to do good visualizations, how to tell a good and compelling story that people that are not in data science can understand. Number four, machine learning. Of course, this is the big point. This is the big thing. Everybody's in love with machine learning nowadays. This is the entry point to artificial intelligence. And of course, as a data scientist, you must learn machine learning because we build models. That is what we do. And models are most of them built using machine learning algorithms. So you're going to have to learn supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning. And sometimes you might even want to get into deep learning, but we'll get into that further down this video. And deep learning is a subset of machine learning. So learn the basics, learn the algorithms. And you're going to learn the basic algorithms like linear regression, decision trees, and also advanced algorithms like XBoost, support vector machines, k-nearest neighbors, and many, many more. And learn them slowly, take your time to understand them, because what's happening behind the algorithm and how the algorithm is managing the data is very important for you to understand what models you're building and how they're working. Number 5, business analytics. A lot of people just gloss over this one when it comes to data science. Like, if you're becoming a data scientist and not a data analyst, then you shouldn't learn business analytics. I disagree. The more you learn about business analytics, the better it's going to be for you to understand business problems, to understand how business people think, and how to communicate with them. Usual metrics that people in business use, and the reports that they use, the visualizations that they're used to, all of this is going to help you understand them better and be a better data scientist, as well as being a better person within the domain knowledge, understanding how businesses need their data and how they make decisions. And of course, this is going to lead you eventually into general business knowledge. You're going to have to understand the business that you're specifically in so that you can understand the data better. But that's probably going to come with time, and we'll talk more about this in a bit. So business analytics, highly recommended. You don't necessarily need it, but I recommend that you look into it and learn a little bit about it. Number 6, linear algebra and calculus. These are recommended. Again, as I said, there's other mathematics that you're going to need eventually. And linear algebra and calculus in particular are going to help you understand machine learning algorithms a lot better. And if you want to get into deep learning, you're definitely going to need it. So, distance, derivatives, eigenvectors, orthogonalizations, that's a big word, and it might take a while to understand, activation functions, principal component analysis, and much, much more. Take your time. Again, mathematics might seem hard to learn at the beginning, but if you take your time and you do it slowly, literally anybody can learn to be good at math. Number 7, computer science basics. Again, something that you don't necessarily need, but that I highly recommend, because the more you understand about how computers work and why software does or works the way it does, the more you're going to understand how to do good data science. Because at the end of the day, all of the work we do it through computers, and we need to understand that they have limitations, that when you're trying to do one thing, you have to give up another. And the more you understand about how computers in generally work and how information theory works, the better data scientist you are going to be. Number 8, visual design. This is recommended for some of you. So you're going to learn how to do advanced visualizations, how to design things that look good, that can explain things in the best possible way. So here you're going to learn higher level visualizations and something called visual storytelling. This is going to improve your communication skills and your ability to communicate with business people and people who are not in the dataverse. Now, this skill, although I simply recommend it, if you want to become or you want to dig deeper into what's called today data storytelling, this is a necessary skill. So getting to those higher level visualizations, learn some visual design, and you're going to be a great communicator eventually. Number 9, data understanding and domain knowledge. This will eventually be a must. So understanding not only how data works, how the data was collected, understanding how data came to be in a particular organization or a particular industry, and understanding how that industry works is going to be eventually a must for you to be an amazing data scientist within a particular domain. The more you understand about the domain, the better the business questions you're going to be able to ask, and hence, the better the data science projects you're going to be able to actually execute. Now, this will come with time, but if from today you already know what industry you want to get into, it's a good idea to start learning about that industry as much as you can and getting all the domain knowledge that you can and how they manage data and how they collect their data, because all of that is going to make you a much better data scientist within that domain. And finally, number 10, and this is a must in capital letters, learning how to learn. There is a lot to learn in data science, and the better and more experienced you are at learning, the better that you develop this skill. It's going to be much, much better for you and much, much easier for you to learn everything that you need to learn. So I would say to start here, learning how to learn. Apart from that, data science is still a fairly new area, new industry. Hence, new papers and new knowledge is coming out all the time. And you're going to have to learn more and more and more about it eventually, as well as learning more about each domain you decide to work on in the future. So learning how to learn is going to help you a lot in becoming a great data scientist and enjoying the ride. So once again, I know it can seem overwhelming, but these are the 10 things that for me, I believe that you should learn, that you should take your time to learn if you want to become a great data scientist. But again, don't fret. Take a deep breath, take it easy, plan ahead, take it one subject at a time, look for help, look for mentors, look for the community to give you a hand, and eventually you are going to become an amazing data scientist. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. I'm going to keep adding more and more content about learning data science, about the day-to-day of a data scientist. Again, hope you really enjoyed this video, and see you on your road to data science.